Is the world's sometimes richest man about to become the most high-profile victim of the very administration he helped bring to power? While Elon Musk poured millions into getting Donald Trump elected in 2024, the growing economic tensions between America and its global trading partners have put Tesla and SpaceX directly in the firing line of international retaliation. Welcome to the tangled web of politics, economics, and the precarious position of a tech titan caught in the crossfire. What happens when the world's most unpredictable billionaire joins forces with the most unpredictable president in modern history? The Musk-Trump alliance wasn't always a foregone conclusion. For years, Musk maintained political flexibility, working with both Republican and Democratic administrations to advance his business interests. During Trump's first term, their relationship was notoriously hot and cold, with Musk briefly serving on two presidential advisory councils before resigning in protest over Trump's withdrawal from the Paris Climate Agreement. But the political winds shifted dramatically in 2024, frustrated by regulatory hurdles under the previous administration and seeking greater latitude for his expanding business empire. Musk made the calculated decision to throw his considerable weight behind Trump's campaign. He donated millions to pro-Trump PACs, leveraged his massive social media platform to promote Trump's candidacy, and even appeared at multiple campaign rallies. The alliance seemed a perfect marriage of convenience. Trump gained the endorsement of a tech visionary with unparalleled cultural cachet among younger voters, while Musk positioned himself for preferential treatment from an administration promising deregulation and business-friendly policies. Just as Musk thought he'd secured his place in Trump's America, the economic chessboard was violently upended, with Tesla as an unexpected pawn since taking office in January. President Trump has initiated what many economists are calling a scorched earth approach to international trade. The administration has imposed sweeping new tariffs on Chinese goods, withdrawn from key trade agreements, threatened European allies with punitive economic measures, and embraced protectionist policies that have rattled global markets. While domestic manufacturers in traditional industries initially cheered these moves, the complex global supply chains of tech companies like Tesla have become increasingly vulnerable. Tesla's gigafactories in China and Germany, vital to the company's global manufacturing strategy, now face unprecedented challenges. The Chinese government, retaliating against Trump's aggressive tariffs, has specifically targeted Tesla. With new regulatory hurdles and import restrictions, Chinese consumers, once Tesla's fastest-growing market, are increasingly turning to domestic electric vehicle brands amid rising nationalist sentiment. In just 3 months, Tesla's Chinese market share has plummeted by nearly 15%, with stock prices following a similar downward trajectory. While Musk was looking east at the China problem, a storm was brewing across the Atlantic that could prove even more devastating. In response to Trump's threatened tariffs on European automobiles, the European Union has countered with targeted measures against American companies with significant European operations, with Tesla's Berlin Gigafactory squarely in the crosshairs. New EU environmental compliance regulations, seemingly crafted specifically to impact Tesla's operations, have already delayed production lines and increased manufacturing costs. European consumers, historically enthusiastic about Tesla's vehicles, have shown increasing reluctance to purchase American products amid rising trade tensions. According to internal documents leaked to the Financial Times, Tesla executives estimate the company could lose up to $3.7 billion in European revenue this year alone if the trend continues, with Musk already leveraging significant company resources for his other ventures, including SpaceX and X, formerly Twitter. Tesla's financial resilience is being tested like never before. Just when Musk thought his troubles couldn't get more complex, his crowning achievement, SpaceX, has become entangled in the same geopolitical web. SpaceX has long relied on government contracts as a cornerstone of its business model. While The Trump administration has publicly championed American space dominance. The reality behind closed doors presents a more complicated picture for Musk's space enterprise. The administration's budget priorities have shifted NASA funding away from commercial partnerships toward a more nationalistic space program, threatening billions in potential SpaceX contracts. Meanwhile, international partnerships that SpaceX had cultivated with European and Asian space agencies are fraying under the weight of broader diplomatic tensions. Industry analyst Maria Rodriguez notes, Musk essentially bet that supporting Trump would insulate his companies from negative policy impacts. Instead, his businesses have become collateral damage in a wider economic conflict that shows no signs of resolution. The internet never forgets, and social media has been merciless in highlighting the irony of Musk's predicament. The online reaction to Musk's predicament has been swift and unmerciful. Hashtag Musk miscalculation and hashtag ELO and regrets have trended multiple times on various platforms, with users sharing memes and jokes about the billionaire's apparent political miscalculation. Former Tesla board member Linda Johnson Rice publicly questioned Musk's political alignment, stating in a CNBC interview, tying Tesla's reputation so closely to a divisive political figure was always a risky strategy. The company stands for innovation and sustainability, not partisan politics. Even Hollywood has weighed in. Actor and environmental activist Leonardo DiCaprio, once a proud early Tesla adopter, recently caused a stir by very publicly trading in his Tesla for a Lucid Air, stating, "I support companies whose values align with protecting our planet, not just those who claim to while supporting policies that undermine environmental progress." Trump allies have largely remained silent on Musk's growing troubles, though former White House economic advisor Larry Kudlow suggested in a Fox Business appearance that businesses need to adapt to changing market conditions and that no company is entitled to special treatment. As Musk's empire faces unprecedented challenges, a shocking revelation has emerged about his actual influence in Trump's Washington. Perhaps most frustrating for Musk is the emerging evidence that despite his substantial financial and public support for Trump, his actual influence within the administration appears minimal. 3 separate attempts to secure meetings with key economic advisors have been rebuffed, according to sources familiar with the matter. When questioned about Musk's concerns at a recent press briefing, White House Press Secretary James Miller dismissively responded, "The president has many supporters in the business community. We can't tailor economic policy to accommodate each one's specific business interests." This cold shoulder comes despite Musk reportedly reaching out directly to Trump on multiple occasions. A former administration official, speaking on condition of anonymity, revealed Elon thought his relationship with Trump was special. It's not to Trump. Musk was useful during the campaign. But business leaders are ultimately interchangeable in his worldview. While Musk battles external pressures, an internal uprising has begun that threatens his control of the very companies he founded, Tesla's shareholders. Watching their investments decline by nearly 27% since January, have grown increasingly restless. Institutional investors, including the massive California state teachers' retirement system, have begun openly questioning whether Musk's political activities are compatible with his fiduciary duty to shareholders. A coalition of investors representing approximately 18% of Tesla's outstanding shares has filed paperwork to introduce a resolution at the next shareholder meeting. That would require explicit board approval for executives' political activities. That could impact company performance. Investment analyst Tomas Freire of Morgan Stanley notes, "We're seeing unprecedented shareholder activism directed at Musk specifically." The question being raised isn't just about politics. It's about whether his judgment can still be trusted after such a significant strategic miscalculation. As the economic war escalates, will Musk be forced to choose between his political allegiance and his business empire? With Tesla stock continuing its downward trajectory and SpaceX facing increasing headwinds in securing both government and international contracts, Musk stands at a crossroads. Publicly, he maintains confidence in both his companies and his political alignment, tweeting recently, short-term turbulence doesn't change long-term trajectories. Tesla and SpaceX are built to withstand storms. However, sources close to Musk describe a very different private reaction. One longtime associate revealed, "I've never seen him this stressed." He genuinely believed Trump would prioritize American innovation and technology. Instead, he's watching his companies become sacrificial lambs in a broader economic ideology that he didn't fully understand. Economic historians are already drawing parallels to previous business leaders who found themselves on the wrong side of shifting political winds. History is filled with powerful entrepreneurs who thought they could control or direct political forces, only to discover those forces had agendas of their own. Explains economic historian Dr. Alicia Montgomery. As Trump's economic nationalism continues to reshape global markets, the question remains whether Musk, a businessman built on international supply chains, global markets, and government partnerships, can adapt to a new world order that seems increasingly hostile to his business model. For now, the world's sometimes richest man appears to be learning a costly lesson about the unpredictable intersection of business and politics. And as for Musk's famous ability to overcome seemingly impossible odds, this time, even his most ardent supporters are watching with bated breath to see if he can navigate what may be his most difficult challenge yet.